Hello, I'm here. I think it's like been a minute since I've made a video, but I've been wanting to do like a little Q&A video, just of like personal stuff and some racing. I asked on my fan Instagram account for some questions. I only got a few of them, so you guys are slacking. But this is my second time trying to do this video because the lighting was just bad in the other one. But I am like outside by my pool. It's a nice day, enjoying the peace and quiet for a little bit. My nephew is taking a nap, so I'm gonna start with some personal questions. Like, first of all, I was born in Honolulu, Hawaii, from Oahu, island of Oahu. I can't speak today. Um, I'm like a Navy brat, so like uh, majority of my family is like former military, and both my parents are retired Navy. They did a combined total of about 42 years. That's where they met, and then they had me. So then when I was about 3, um, we moved to San Diego, my hometown. San Diego, right there. Lived there for about 20, a little over 20 years. Absolutely love San Diego, but it's just too dang expensive to live, and the politics there kind of suck. So we moved out here to Arizona about 5 years ago. At the end of this month, it'll be about 5 years. We moved based on my grandparents because they sold their house back in San Diego and moved out here, built a house, and now we're here to help them out and whatnot. So I have 3 siblings. I have an older sister and 2 half brothers. All my siblings are not full blood related, but they're still my siblings regardless. Um, so I am the baby of the family, considering I'm 27, going on 28 this year. I know. Um, I have 2 nephews currently. One's 11, one's 2, and will be 3 in June. We have another one on the way, coming in June, maybe earlier. We don't know yet. Supposedly supposed to be coming about June 4th. So another boy. So it's gonna be a wild ride. Um, let's see. Where do I begin? Racing, sports wise, as being from San Diego, I'm a big Padres fan. Have been since I was like itty bitty, like since I was like a baby. um, I became a Chargers fan around the same time. So about over 20 years, 2 decades of um, being a fan of those 2 teams, and I also became a fan of the Patriots. Yes, people think I'm just like a bandwagon fan based on Tom Brady, when I became a fan before he was ever a starter, before they ever had like super success with their 6 Super Bowls. Um, so people wonder why I became a fan of the Patriots. I had a neighbor growing up who was like obsessed with the Patriots, and I really became a fan because I would watch games with them a lot and whatnot. So I'm just a big sports fan. The only sports I don't really enjoy is basketball, and I'm starting to kind of get into hockey a little bit. It's a little confusing to me, but apparently there's a playoffs going on right now, like the Stanley Cup. Um, Trying to follow along, but I'm not really sure what's going on. So if you want to help me out here a little bit with some hockey um, um, trivia or whatever, fill me in what's going on, then I would be grateful. Um, And now to NASCAR. I like, well, racing in general. I love all kinds of racing. I just started getting to mow the Supercross. I'm following like Eli Tomac. Who's that other driver? Can't remember the other guy's name, um, but there's a few writers in that series that I like to watch. I watch IndyCar. Alexander Rossi is my driver. I really became a fan after he won the Indy 500 a few years ago when he was a rookie. So to NASCAR, I have been a fan since I was about 5-6 years old. So you can do the math right there. Became a Jeff Gordon fan based on like the car and stuff like that. But I really I didn't really care who was driving the car. I was a fan of the cars at the time because I was 5-6 years old. No, the kids don't really care who the driver is. They just want to see cars go around, go fast. If you're really into that stuff. As soon as I got a little bit older, I started paying attention more to the drivers and stuff like that. Became a Jimmy Johnson fan when he came into the sport. I know people have a love-hate relationship with the dude, but haters gonna hate the best. So apparently I like following drivers that people fans love to hate, like Chase, Jimmy. At times people didn't like Jeff Gordon, but now that he's retired, he's like a little bit more respected. But for some reason, Jimmy's not getting the same amount, same kind of respect. My theory is that he's not getting the same amount of respect because of being a 7-time champion and how he got those championships. I'm like, no other driver in the sport will ever have 5 straight championships and the way he got them. Guy's a monster, and he just ran the Boston Marathon in a little over 3 hours. Who else can do that? That just proves that NASCAR drivers are athletes. And I just rambled on off topic there, but excuse my phone. First question: when did you become a Chase fan, and why? First one. Oh, there's a hummingbird. Sorry, I got distracted. I became a fan of Chase in 2014. His Xfinity rookie year, the year he won the championship. The reason why, I don't really like the question why we become fans of drivers. We just have our own personal reasons of liking a driver. I became a fan of his because of his personality. People think he doesn't have one, but he does. He's super humble, super nice, super caring. He's super genuine. I met him a couple times, talked to him, and he's super nice. He's one of the nicest drivers I've met thus far. I'm not just trying to be biased because he's my driver, but it's a true statement. There's a reason why he's most popular driver because of interacting with the fans, taking time, talking to them, signing things, just being that down to earth person, just like his dad. I never met his dad, but from what I've heard, he's one of the nicest people, same personality. Chase has he has a great sense of humor. I love the way he drives. He has an aggressive driving style, but people think he's not aggressive enough, but it's just a love-hate thing. They either want him to be aggressive or not. It's just, I don't know. It's the way he handles himself, unlike some other drivers, Busch. He doesn't act like a child. He speaks like he's a 20-year veteran of the sport. He doesn't blame other people or other drivers for things that happen on track. If he'll put the blame on himself when it wasn't his fault to begin with. He doesn't blame his crew for anything like some drivers do. But other than that, he's super nice. If you ever get a chance to meet him, he's just one of the coolest guys to meet. Which moves on to my next question is how many drivers have I met, and who? There's a list of them. Sorry, I've met about 9 or 10 drivers. My first one was in 2006 when I met Ryan Newman. I got my hat signed by him. I met him at the Sony 500 at Auto Club when he was driving the 12 car. Hello, flashback. I've met Kevin Harvick. He's super nice. William Byron. Chase, of course. Todd Gilliland. Austin Dillon and Ty Dillon. Jeffrey Earnhardt. Trying to remember. Oh, Lord. Ryan Blaney, of course. And I feel like there was one more, but I can't remember. But I want to meet so many more drivers. You have no idea. But those are the drivers I've met. Have I ever met Bill Elliott? No, but I would love to one day. People always assume that I only became a fan of Chase based on his dad. I'm like, to be perfectly honest, I didn't really follow his dad all that much when he was racing. But I respect the hell out of his talents on track and being a legend and like super awesome. Other than that, I would love to meet him one day. And one of the final questions here is like, what's your favorite fast food place? I can't talk today. It's been a long few days. Work kicked my ass last night. From being from the West Coast, from San Diego, we're kind of known for our In-N-Out. So I absolutely love In-N-Out. Their fries are literally the best fries I've ever eaten. Their burgers are amazing, and I also like Dutch Bros. It's not really a fast food place, but it's a place I like to go and get my coffee when I need that extra boost. They're super nice, super friendly. These are mainly West Coast things. And a little side note, before I really dove deep into NASCAR, I was really into bands and stuff and music. I'm still really into music and all that, but not as much as I used to be. I used to go to concerts almost like every weekend or every month, like multiple times a month or several times a year. I used to go to Warped Tour, which is not around anymore. Pierce the Veil is from my hometown. Super good music. They're like hardcore pop rock kind of music. I listen to pop punk. A little bit of metal, but not much. I listen to country. I grew up a country girl. On country music. I love the old school. I love the new school. Like, people can argue all they want about the new country, but country's country to me. It's gonna expand and change. Like, it's not gonna be like 80s, 90s kind of country, but it's still country. But anyway, I absolutely love music. I haven't been able to get to any concerts because of work, but my mom is like now dying to go back to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway because she absolutely enjoyed it last time I took her. So I'm gonna plan the full race weekend, see all 3 races in September for the playoffs. This time we'll be a little bit more prepared for the heat. Out here it's getting super hot, so if you're from Arizona, you know that it gets a little bit hot until like early October. But anyway, enjoying some peace and quiet for a little bit before I go to work in a few hours. And it's been a little bit nuts at work because of Easter. Yesterday we did like a crazy amount in sales, and it was just nonstop, like from the time I got there to the time we left. So we closed. So but anyway, that's about it. I'll try to do more of these. If you guys want me to, comment below like what kind of things you want me to rant about, give my opinion or views on, to a certain extent, really. If it's something a little too out there, then I won't really say anything about it. And no negativity in my comments. That Kyle Busch guy who keeps commenting on my stuff, please stop. I don't need the constant Kyle Busch love fest on my comments because I don't really give a shit. So please, please don't comment on this unless you're going to say something productive and not bashing my driver or giving your insight about how amazing Kyle Busch is, because I don't really care. So hope everyone has a good weekend. Safe Easter. Have fun. I'm working on Easter because I'm not doing much anyway. I don't care for the holiday. No one's going to be around, really. My mom's out of town with my grandparents and my aunt, her sister. And it's going to be just me and my sister this whole week. So, and my nephew and my animals. So have a good one, and I talk to you guys later, and hopefully we're making it through this NASCAR-less weekend, the first one of many. So the next track we hit is Talladega, and sadly I cannot watch that race either, and that annoys me. But I'll expand more on that at another time when I have time. So have a good one.